Hey yo, it's your boy Caleko. It is just me in the room right now. I don't see anybody else. So I'll just treat this as if I'm doing a recording with no editing. What I have right here in front of us is the guy that forgot to set up the water. First off, let me make sure I turn that on. Get that running real quick. Make sure I can see what's going on. So I have some fire agate right here. I got one person just came in the room. And this fire agate right here is like some of the best of what I've pulled out of the ground. This piece right here is an amazing piece, or I'm expecting it to be an amazing piece, and I expected it to be an amazing piece the first time I pulled it out of the ground. And I have some other pieces like this. Let me see about rearranging something real quick. And amazing on top with a bunch of colors that have to be polished just right to get them to show just right. But the bottoms of them are all divoted. That white is opal more than likely. Although an amazing specimen as this sits, it'll make a more amazing gemstone when it's finished. So I don't want to dop a stone like this when it has all these creases and stuff inside of it, or it's going to make it really difficult to get it off of the dop. Hey Tandy Jenkins. So I'm going to flatten a whole bunch of these stones on the back sides and make them doppable. And as I'm doing that, I'll show you what they look like and stuff, because most of them are pretty fantastic. They're starting off pretty fantastic. This is like the super fantastic bucket of the stuff that I've have access to at the moment. Super awesome fire agate. So I'm going to flatten some of these pieces out, make them ready to be dopped right here. There we go, got some water running right there. Move this sheet out of the way. And last time I was doing this with you guys, first thing I want to do is I want to sort of orientate the stone so I know exactly where I'm grinding at and what I'm wanting to take off. And I do have a mic on, but it's not really going to matter because I'm inside of a bathroom. And besides being inside of a bathroom, everything's loud. So, and I have a ton of water going. See if I can just slow down a little bit of this water. It's a fine line to get the water running just right since I'm running it off of my faucet. But I'm just trying to flatten these things out and make them about the shape that I would want. Put them on a dop so then they can be finished, carved properly. There's still a lot of water going. Still plenty of water going. This is going to be an amazing stone. It definitely does look like that, that's for sure. Oh. Not quite gotten all of the dirt out of this one. The light seems to be, whoops, just a little bit too close. Let me back that up a hair. That's a little bit better. 13 of you in the room. How y'all doing, number 13? All 13 of you, I should say. And I could be using a much more aggressive wheel, but right about at the line I want to go on this one. So I'm more worried about the color than having all the mud out of the bottom of it right now. I want it flat so it's more doppable, so it's going to come off the dop all right. That little indentation right there is not going to bother me too much. What I don't want to do is I don't want to lose any of this really good looking bubble of color on this side right here. This piece is already, you know, chipped the way it is, but shows great color bars on the sides when you're up close to it. Now it's all wet, I'll pull it up close and show you what the thing looks like, because it's pretty amazing. I'm going to put this one on the 600. Which is the 600 over here. Rinse it off real quick. Put that backside on this 600. That other one was a 280, I believe. I can't remember if it was a 280 or a 320. And that's going to be good enough for me to dop it up. No big deal. Put a dop stick on that. I'll just go ahead and rinse that again and then put it over in the pieces that are ready for dopping, which is right here so far. These are all the pieces that are ready for dopping. I have pieces that I promised out to people, pieces that my patrons want that need to be finished. So those are the ones that are ready for dopping. These are the ones that still need the back clean so they can be dopped. I think I'm going to take that one out of it for right now. It's got great color. It's got a fracture running through it too. That's a good one to dop. That one might be a little bit thin to be messing with right now. Well, that can be dopped the way it is. I'll set those on the side. I've messed with those two before. That's another good candidate. Just because it's such an awesome stone. Crick Cow Master's in the room saying hi to everybody. Cool, I got a handful and a couple other nice ones that just popped up. Look at that one. Ooh, that's a little laser. Definitely flatten that one out to put on a dop stick and finish it. Definitely, definitely. Alrighty then. Well, that one's ready to dop. See how that lighting is now. Cool, so we got an awesome neon green gemstone sitting up like that. So I want to go ahead and start flattening it opposite the side. Pretty obvious right there, isn't it? That's got so much top color on it. I'm interested to see what kind of polish I can get on it without losing what's there. I definitely am interested to see that. Oh, get my fingernail there. I meant to be wearing gloves. What did I do with my gloves? They're completely behind me. Let me dry my hands off real quick and put some gloves on. Oh, that's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. See, the thing is about these wheels is they're fine for your fingers. That's no big deal, but the moment your fingernail hits that thing, it gets eaten up fast. It goes right through your fingernail because it's the hardest, hard enough thickness that, yeah, it messes that stuff up. I got one glove on. Uno mas. There we go. All right, cool. Question is, does that color run any more down the side of that stone? It doesn't really look like it. Nope, I don't really see it. So I don't mind turning this what I think it needs to be into. Pull the gloves on a little bit tighter, and here we go. And I'm not using a lot of pressure. I'm just holding it against the wheel and letting the wheel do the work. This agate's some pretty hard stuff. Also, whenever possible, try to use as much of the wheel as possible. This was a rather inexpensive wheel when I bought it, but it's definitely come in handy so far on the fire agate. I live in a tourist town, so the traffic has been so bad, I have avoided going anywhere at all. And Harbor Freight is not in my town, it's in another town. And I get a lot of stuff from that place, the cheaper stuff. Right. Getting close to what we're working with here. Ow, that was hot. Got hot through that glove. See, the other thing is though, whoops, I was just going to say, when you don't use a lot of pressure, it's easier not to slip off the wheel. When I first started doing any of this stuff with fire agate and these metal wheels, I would really lean into it and I would find myself slipping off it like I did a minute ago, like that, a lot more. Like I didn't have near as much control of the stone as I do when I'm just letting the wheel do its work and rubbing it on there. Although, yeah, it definitely hit my nail right there. Hit my nail right there. I built this whole thing to keep the water from getting all over the place. That was the last time I had a major issue. I had water flowing all over because I didn't have this barrier right here. But I actually meant to cut like a hand section in this barrier because it's actually blocking how much work I can do. So I need to fix that. And I meant to do that before I recorded or put you guys on live tonight, but not what ended up happening. It's not what ended up happening, but it's alright. It's alright, it's okay. And I am going through some colors on the back side, it looks like. That's alright too, though. I guess to orientate it right, I sort of need to go through this edge right here anyways, but not at that angle. That was a bad angle. I was going to lose my color at that angle. Almost screwed the pooch, man. Came close. Looking at the bottom of it, you can see little facets I have on it. Not what I was going for, but it also gives me the ability to get where I want to go rather easily. Which now I should feel between my two fingers. I have the rounded colored part of the stone. And so I should be able to create the flat back to that stone I want. When I say should, because I'm not speaking from the experience of a master or somebody who's done this 5,000 times. Speaking from the experience of somebody who's done this a few times. Yeah, almost. It's definitely orientated wrong. It sits great as a... Man, come on, lighting. Maybe it's just that silver. I can fix that. Not the position I wanted. If I was going to use it as a specimen, it'd be great, but so I got to put another one, hold it a little bit better. Not on that flat spot, almost in the back of that flat spot. I missed that first time. Got to see if I can do it better this next time. And what I could do is I could just dop the top, but to tell you the truth, with this stone I really don't want to do that unless I absolutely have to. The color is so thin on top, I'd hate to have to like scrape it and then scrape the color off or something. I'm not even sure if that would happen. It's possible, I guess. There's some of that negative color in it. That's definitely more of the flat we were looking for right there. Not perfect for the way I want it yet, but I can grind it down right now to fix that. I think first what I would rather do, I'd rather worry about this other side, so just go ahead and polish this back a little bit, or not even that. I'll just rinse this and put this in the dop bucket and then dop this back side. Finish out this top side, round that out, and then maybe carve this out if I have to. But this is ready to be dopped. I'll put that in the dop bucket. Whoops. Even just the glove doesn't help that much. Let's just do this. Maybe that'll make it. And then it's all yellow and sort of grainy, huh? Can't win for losing. Let me rinse this stone and put it away. Now this is another amazing one like that other amazing one. Heck, this might be the other piece of it for all I know. It's got some amazing broken bars of color on the top though from when it first came out of the ground. Yep, want to make this doppable real quick. Alrighty then. Still have this little area right down here that's pretty concave, but it's not that big of a deal. Definitely much easier to work with this now. I'm not sure if I'm going to lose any of this outside characteristic or color if I go after that little bit right there. Although that'll definitely hold some wax majorly. That's for sure. The wax will grip onto that like hardcore. I mean, it looks like clear on that section of bottom. Maybe I should go for it, but I would hate to lose this bubble right here. Or much of the attitude going on the outside of this piece. Yeah, I'm just going to leave this and then take it to the carving house. I'll rinse that off and nice ring stone here, showing some greens and some orange, maybe some red. How has your day been going? My day has been eventful. I got a new camera. I'm excited to start using for you guys. I'm waiting on a couple of other pieces soon. I'll be doing a lot of this on that camera instead of live here in a minute. Got 7 people in the room. It can be boring just watching a dude cut on some stones, huh? I can understand that. Like, I got other stuff to do. I should have music in the background. All that stuff takes a little bit of editing or a whole bunch of expensive equipment, which I'm actually working on all that too, so. Got stuff in the works, man. I don't know what Crit Calmaster means by the statement, but this is just to dop the stones. I could dop these, I could set that up to be able to dop these like that, but it would just take much more time and they wouldn't be near as flat. Color's sort of off because I don't have the flash. Oh, the flash is enabled. I wonder what it looks like if I disable the flash right now. Not much better. I liked it better when I had the light all over it. Whoa, which I'm trying to break the light right now. Problem with this light I have right here is it's sort of bright and blaring and not dimmed at all. But it's still super white. The light bulbs that are up in this bathroom, I'm noticing, are really yellow. I should totally change those. That's what I should do. I should swap those two lights for the two lights I have in these. And these other pieces right here. Get rid of that yellow tint. And that one's ready for the Doppin bucket too. I'm going to fix this lighting in just a second. I got a plan. I'm working on it right now. Oh, that's not the stone I want. I need something prettier than that last one I just grabbed. This one's got a crack running through it, and it is too big for Doppin. Actually, this one's great, though. This is a great little stone. And actually, this doesn't need anything to happen to it to Dop. That's... If anything, I would just end up chewing that up. So, looks like it's got a crack on top, too. That might just be in the top layer of color. So, let me put that in the Doppin bucket. Didn't expect that to happen. Let me show you guys what I'm doing. That'll make it much better for everybody all around. Ooh, that looks like a prime candidate. Yeah, that looks like a pretty cool piece right there, and this is a pretty cool piece right here, and I forgot I put some pretty cool pieces on top already, and I'm going through all that stuff when I already had all this stuff sitting on top over here. Let me see how warm those bulbs are real quick and change some light bulbs. Maybe I can change this lighting situation in just a couple of seconds and make it better. Can't believe I didn't think of this solution earlier. All right. Well, that one is so far away it seems pretty dim. I think that's a little bit better. 10 people in the room. Howdy, 10 people. This is the one I'm going to get ready for the Dop now, which is pretty much just, although the stone should actually present like that, being that it looks like there's no, whoops, there's no color. There's no color right here, but the color sort of wraps around this side like that. So although it sort of wraps around the whole thing, this has dead in the center. Sort of a question mark on what to do with this. I'm just going to go ahead and flatten that out and Dop it. That's what I'm going to do. That was no work at all right there. Now this little guy has been a personal favorite of mine since I pulled it out of the ground. I'm surprised it actually made it into this bucket. It definitely needs some help with this big sort of chalcedony growth it has on top, like a fire agate that didn't quite form like the rest. Oh, not what I meant to do. Getting there. Ooh, just saved a slip right there. And I wouldn't have been slipping if I wouldn't have been running it so hard either. I was definitely running a tad hard there. Alright, I'm not going to work that one on the wheel anymore. I'm going to take this one, put it in the dopping bucket, it's ready to be cut. And I think I fixed most of the lighting scenario. It seems to be working better. What do you guys think? This one should be something super cool and something super large. I'm going to take off a hunk of this white and flatten out that little ledge from where the agates, whatever, flatten out that ledge. That's what I'm going to do. Ooh, I just sprayed myself all in the glasses in the face. Boy, I tell you what. That was no good. Don't want to be doing that. It's cutting this piece down a fair bit though, isn't it? See that flat spot right there. Need to round that out. Take off maybe a little bit more of that. Maybe. Ugh. Reduce the flow on this one a hair by increasing the flow on the other ones. I didn't realize I tense up my muscles while I'm doing this sometimes. I just realized because of the sort of twinging feeling I got in my shoulder. Major little twinging feeling I got in my shoulder right there. I realized I'm tensing up my muscles, so don't want to do that. Definitely want to stay loose. It's not like I'm should be doing some super strenuous work right now, so wear myself out, and you would too. So try not to be tensing your muscles up while you're grinding on anything, whether you're making a cab or just trying to take some excess off and get some shape done like I am. So what we got going on the top of it. Came back to look up close, looked like Crick Cal Masters giving his address out. Try and take off that excess and get closer to that color without burning through any of that color. The only reason I'm doing it is because it's much faster like this than it is with the hand tools. And the hand tools are more expensive overall than these wheels. The wheel will last me longer than, well, let me, $300 worth of wheel will last me longer than $300 worth of burr will. Got some of that original shape, getting closer to that color right there. Whoops. Thought I was in camera shot, didn't realize I wasn't. Sorry about that, guys. I think I can take off a little bit more of this white, especially on this one edge right here. we go. Now I'm close to it. Now I'm just fine not putting this on the wheel anymore. At least on that end. Still have a tiny bit more to do on this one. Just a little bit. That's about it. I'm going to put it on at 600 now. And that's about ready to be dopped. Dopped and ready to be finished as a gemstone for me. You can see that bit of white right there. Probably going to have a hole in the center of it. Who knows if this section will end up surviving. Might definitely see color on that other end. But it's very thin in that section anyways. Hello, 16 people. 17. Here's another one that should be a fantastic stone. Who knows what's really hiding underneath? That we see on top, that might be it, but might not too. It looks like there's a layer on top and then possibly a clear layer between another layer. That's what it looks like. And all I'm going to do to this one is flatten out the back a little bit. Looks like we got a crack that might be a natural heel or a fault right there. So I'm actually going to start right on this and flatten this out to where hopefully that whole lip is almost right where these tips are, because the tips are actually lower than everything else. So that's something to do with this one. There's probably a lot of people watching this or that will watch this that know so much more than me. They're like, yeah, you're doing this wrong, or you shouldn't be doing that at all, or whatever. But if you do, you're welcome to put your comments in the comment section. It's totally fine. I only delete idiots and major assholes comments, but not because they were right about anything, only because they were wrong about what they were, how they were saying stuff, or disrespectful on a major level. Although that barely happens. I get BS spam a lot. Let us help you grow your channel. Just click this link and we'll show you how we can hook you up with 1,000 new subscribers every day. Yeah. That's the last thing you want to do if you want to have a successful channel at all. Don't do that. That's the way to get your channel completely screwed, man. That was ruin it all. And I tell you what, this thing is hitting my knuckles and just giving them enough of a painful blast that it's really starting to get on my nerves. Just enough of one. That little section of mud is very easy to go through right there. Almost there. Almost trying to get where we're trying to get on this one. Oh, man. I just turned wrong or something. That is like sticking up. It's like a hand. Oopsie. Didn't want it to hit the wheel again. With some of these big and otter shaped ones, I sort of have to like pick my battles on how I want it to sit, and if it, you know, has a roll or more than one flat spot. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to lose the cool parts of the stone. Hey John Kumpe, you make 18 per people in the room. Howdy, all 18. Oh, that is right about what I'm looking for. There's just a little hump right on this one section right here, right across what I would call the body. Hello, Anita Phillips. Oop, don't want to lean it. Started to lean it a little bit and try to just even this section out right here. Oh, and that crack is becoming extremely evident. It does run through the whole thing. At the same time, it's completely filled with white agate. And we have some saginite blooms on the back side just showing up just a little bit, along with some of this mud pack. Trying to get this back the way I want it to be. And then I will be happy. There's just a little bit of a roll to it right here that I don't want. Although I'm scared that's going to be the destruction of the stone. Maybe I should just leave that little roll to it. Nope, I'm not going to. It's only a little bit. Not like I need to lose that much. That'll work. Totally doppable. Great stone. Rinse that off. Run it over my 600 hard wheel over here real quick. rinse it again, and put it in its bucket. Grab another one. Cool, cool. This is the other one I'm going to do right now. 14 people in the room. How you doing, 14 people? Appreciate y'all being here. Watching me get some fire agate ready for the Dop stick on this fantastic Tuesday night. Tomorrow night is 4th of July. Happy early 4th of July. It's 4th of July somewhere, I'm sure. Unless the center of the planet revolves around the United States, then it's not 4th of July anywhere yet, but I don't think that actually happens. Somewhere's got to be getting 4th of July before this United States does. Although, now think about it, like that matters. That's like such a dumbass statement in and of itself. The whole thing, when I think about it, is so dumb. Who else would give a fuck? There's an American somewhere that cares. Yeah! America, damn it! I was taking out some of this little off-white clear. Giving this thing a little bit of shape, taking off some of that off-white clear, and then I'm going to take off some of this bottom. Excuse me, I need to take a drink real quick. Cool, cool. So tomorrow, the family and I are going to get some fireworks, apparently. Now, the good fireworks are not legal in Florida. Now, everybody pretty much, takes exception to that on the 4th of July itself. But my dog, I have no idea how it does with fireworks. I have no idea how it's going to react to this whole thing. Although it's not like we're going to take it to where we'll shoot fireworks, because I doubt we'll get away with shoot off fireworks in our neighborhood, because in our neighborhood, everybody has a dog. I mean, everybody has a dog. There's not one person, I think, in our neighborhood that doesn't have a dog. There probably is, but I haven't seen their dog not barking from their backyard when I'm walking my dog religiously every day. Boy, I tell you what, I used to be a horrible dog owner. Everything my uncles taught me about dogs, they're idiots. My uncles are morons. And I say that not even as in like, oh, they were ignorant and they didn't know really about dogs. No, these guys are actually idiots. Like, they're bad people. They don't even get the moniker of idiot. Idiot is being nice to them. They are bad, bad people. Not the dogs or anything, just the people, they're bad people. But those are stories for another time. I don't even know how I started dogs. I shouldn't even start talking about my uncles, because that's where the dog, that's where I got the two things from. Anyways, cutting this fire agate right here just to make it doppable, so I can hopefully do an easy cut and polish on them. That's what this bin is I'm working on right here. This bucket is like the, oh my goodness, they're ready to go. They already got color sitting on top of them, stones. Look at that one. Woohoo, that's going to make a nice ringstone for somebody. Put that up on the dopping spot. All right, cool. Oop, that wasn't good. Too much pressure. See, that right there is classic. You're putting way too much weight on the stone, trying to hurry your work and not thinking about it, and then boom, it slips off and your thumb hits the wheel. And that's a good reason to have these gloves on right there, because if I didn't have those gloves on, my thumbnail would have got ate up on the wheel right there because of me being working the way I shouldn't have been. That's what that was. 13 people in the room watching me work. Probably be more fun if I was drinking. I tend to talk to myself more that way. Although I guess officially in this situation it's not talking to myself. There's other people here. They're just not in the room. Whoops. Ran off course there for a second. Holding it too light. That one's ready for the bucket too. Let's grab this super pretty one. This should be a pretty piece of cake. Just nip a little bit of that off and nip a little bit of that off and then flatten out the bottom. This shouldn't take but a heartbeat. Nope, shouldn't take but a heartbeat. Actually, looking at that, I'm not even sure if I want to take that off. Yeah, I do. Cool. Yeah, maybe I need to take a little bit more of that edge off. Yeah, I'll check that when I have when I'm doing it by hand. If I need to take more of that edge off, I'll do it by hand. This little piece has too much color showing on it, and it's too much of a really great ring stone already for me to go screwing it up by being too aggressive on this wheel. That would be very upsetting, so we're going to try and avoid that situation from happening. At all costs, at all costs. Super cool. That's gonna be a banger. Yellows and reds and greens, oh my. Definitely going to be a banger. Put that one in the box. Got this one next. It's got this dead spot in the center of it, but nothing we can do about that. Still a great stone, all that color. Maybe a great 2 stones. For this one, it's pretty simple. I'm just going to flatten out the bottom on this one. No, it's not quite there yet. Still sitting on plenty of rock, and there's barely any agate surrounding it, so there's a bunch of agate on top. When I say surrounding it, I mean you can see that, the rock right there, and that sort of lines the agate on the outside, although it looks like the color goes all the way down to the floor, so so much farther just to get that little bit of rock out, and I have a flat surface color and stuff on it, so I'm not even going to worry about that right now. Might be 1, might be 2 gemstones. Go and put that on a dop and find out. Oh, I have a knee that's, oh, I should probably turn the AC off. I have a knee that's locking up on me from all this standing in one place. I think it's from the AC. Too much air conditioning. Another great piece of stone. Tons of dark agate, lots of bands. I mean, this could be a carver for days. Could be carving on it for days. But just need to orientate it better, number 1. The orientation's definitely on the top. Don't know the conversation going on, but I'm catching a few of them here and there, little clips of conversations. Oh, bumping the camera with my head. Sorry about that, guys. Crazy piece, this one here. Lots of mud still running through it. Not mud, more like matrix. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Look at those little saginite crystals with like dewdrops of agate on top of it. Look at that. I just noticed that. Almost to where I want. Look at that little piece on that edge flashing right there. Showing what's under some of that. Yay, great stuff. I am going to make this one ready to dop though. I'm going to make this one ready to dop. Jason Maldonado missed everybody saying hello. 10 people in the room. I'm actually just about to wrap it up, Jason. Clean off my glasses a little bit. Oh, here's some of the stuff I have ready for the DOP right now. This amazingly gorgeous bastard right here. Some other great stuff. This is the 5,000 drawing winners. Got to polish this up. So all of this stuff is going to get dopped tomorrow. And I'm going to start working on finishing it out so that all of my patrons and my other viewers that have won stuff will get their stuff from me. So all of this will cut their stuff. Everybody will get at least a nice sized ring stone. This one you've seen before. Cool, cool, guys. Thank you for being here. You know all the regular YouTube jazz. Oh, wrong one. Oh, and all I was trying to do is make it where you guys could see me, but I'm 99% sure right now all you can see is a black screen because I accidentally hit the lock button. So, Tanny Jenkins is here. It's all black, says Nuclear Threat. I just did that. It was a mistake. I was trying to pull the camera out of its casing so I could see you, so you guys could see me, so I could see you. I could see you. So mail did not go out, Anthony Smith. If you didn't pay for your stuff until today, it did not go out today. I had too much stuff going